Hello, we are United by Red, and you aren't such an upset United fan as you could have been if we'd have done this 3 days ago, when I would have been so overjoyed. You were
Yeah.
giving me so much fun
Midweek.
as a club.
I woke up on Thursday morning, was it? To about 10 messages, which is not very usual for me. I always have a couple because things are going on in the UK. And I was like, I've got a feeling something bad has happened. And it had.
Yeah.
From people, from friends, to just even people I don't really talk to anymore, just taking the piss. It was,
Yeah.
it was what it was. But, I mean, I don't know what your opinion is. I think Sky over egged it a little bit. The first headline I read was something horrendous about Onana, and I don't think he covered himself in glory, but I don't think the mistakes were quite as bad as they made out. They weren't. One was something Howler, and I was like, he didn't cover himself in glory, but I don't think they're as bad as they made out. I don't think it's horrifically bad. He comes to claim one and gets nowhere near it, but that happens, doesn't it? And he gets beat at his near post, but it's not a scuffed shot. It's a well hit strike. I mean, don't get me wrong, he should do better if he's a £70 million keeper, but they're not like when he came out and fell on the ball and it ran under him, or it's not Massimo Taibbi going between his legs type thing. It was a little bit over the top, I thought, the reaction to it, even though it wasn't great from him. Yeah.
I mean, as regular viewers and listeners will know, I'm by no means a Manchester United fan, but I think the media around United right now is overblown in general. If you look at the start of your season, you've only got 4 points, but actually, you should have 7 and be equal top of the league. You were as good as Arsenal, should have beat Fulham, got on to yesterday's game in a bit.
I know it's an optimistic way of looking at it. There's no reason why we couldn't have won all 3 games. I mean, we were good enough to have scored at least one against Arsenal, and on another day could have beaten them. Should have had Fulham dead and buried after 25 minutes, and should have had Burnley 4-0 down after first half yesterday. I mean, that's the best first half we've put in. Didn't help that Cunha went off injured, but if we got a Sesko scoring goals, we're 3-0 up, and Burnley aren't even coming out for the second half. The problem was we gave them encouragement by only being 1-0 up, and they decided to have a go at us, and it made a game of it. So yeah, I mean, we could have 9 points. We could quite easily have had 0 points. It's been that sort of start to the season, but yeah, it's not as. There's definitely light there. We are playing relatively well in periods of games, whereas last season we were horrendous the whole way through. We look a threat. We look 2 or 3 good performances away from sort of turning a little bit of a corner, but we're also 2 or 3 bad performances away from being back to where we were last season. So it's we're right in the middle of a moment at the minute. I mean, it's a massive win yesterday against a very, very bang average Burnley side, don't get me wrong, but to win that going into the international break was key, because a bad result yesterday, I mean, manager might have committed. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think a bad result yesterday turns the narrative completely to he's losing his job before you come back from the international duty. I mean, I know it was rumoured anyway, but I think it would have been a nailed on, guaranteed he's lost his job.
Again, is this not and I know I sound like a poor Man United fan, but it's not just the narrative around Old Trafford now. It's become a laughing stock, hasn't it? And
yes,
sacking the manager has just become. Yeah, and I understand that everybody's going to, because we enjoyed it when we were winning everything. Everyone's going to enjoy it when we're not. But saying that Amorim's up for the sack is just pathetic, isn't it? I mean, come on. We've been down this. How many times are we going to go down this road? And, we're sacking a manager. We should. I mean, I always said we should never sack Ten Hag, not because I thought it was a great manager, just because I don't think he was going to solve the problem. And proves in the pudding 12 months later, we're no fucking better than we were. There's just no point in even considering sacking Amorim now. We've bought players that fit his system. We've committed to a style of play. Just don't even consider it. He's got to get to the end of the season at the very least and see where we are then. And that's all we can do. If people are thinking that he's going to leave or they should be sacking him, it's such a bad idea for me.
Oh yeah,
I don't care how bad he gets. I don't right now. It's just nothing. But we've bought 5 players that he wants. Are we going to go down this road again and give him another manager to come in, and then we've still got players that Solskjaer bought. I think there's still some players there that Mourinho fetched in. I think Dalot came in under Mourinho. You know what I mean? How many managers we're going to go back before we realise that changing the manager just doesn't fix anything at Old Trafford? We've got to set on a style of play, set on a manager, set on a team, and work through the problems. And if the players are the problem, they've got to go. And if other things aren't working, we've got to change them. But changing the manager hasn't worked. Proof's there. Nope. So stop doing it. It's just stupid. It's just like Tottenham, isn't it? They keep changing the manager and prove that they don't do anything. Very few teams that keep changing the manager find success. Chelsea did somehow manage to keep falling onto success by changing their manager, but it doesn't work in general. You've got to stick with somebody and ride out the bad times. And we're just going to have to do that now.
Oh, absolutely, you are, yeah. Because you're just going around in circles, if not.
Yeah.
But in the end,
12 years we've been around in this circle now. Sack a manager, buy a load of players, bring on a new manager, sack a manager, buy a load of more players. It's crazy. Crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy.
And the other thing that's crazy, because I'm going to get it out of the way, because otherwise we will be a broken record, because we will have repeated everything we've said for 9 months. VAR happened again yesterday in many games, ruined all of them. That's the end of that.
Oh, VAR, yeah. Yeah, it was just the worst thing that was ever invented. The guy who invented it wants the death penalty. I've decided. I was flying off to some place in America that still does a death penalty, and he wants lethal injection and putting down, because it's the worst thing ever invented in football. Absolutely ruined the weekend. I added up of the 3 games I watched 27 minutes of extra time, all based on the fact that I was watching a guy reviewing a decision on a screen, being told by another guy on another screen that he refereed the game wrong. And I know we don't want to go on about it again, but can I just say the decision for the Fulham disallowed goal, which is the most disgraceful decision I've ever come across. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't give a shit about Fulham, but that's just, ruined an 18-year-old's debut goal, and it's not even foul in any country possible. It's not a foul in ballet, never mind fucking football, right? But I've said this 1,000 times. The conversation from VAR to the referee is simple. Have you seen the contact in the midfield between 9 and 13, or what? I don't know why we address them as numbers now, not names, but we do, like dominoes. And if he says yes, fine, continue, carry on. Job's done. Isn't it? That's what VAR is there for. VAR is there to advise the referee on things he hasn't seen or has made a categorical error. If the referee's seen the contact, he hasn't made an error and it's not clear and obvious. So just carry on. That's it.
The bit I didn't get is when he announced it to the stadium that Fulham number whatever had made a careless challenge. I'm like,
it's really stupid, but you've seen the incident. We're re-refereeing the game. If they turn around to him and said, "Did you see the incident between Fulham 2 and Chelsea 7 behind you?" No, I didn't. Well, we think you need to look at it. It's quite a big incident. That's fine. But he's reffed the game. He's seen it in full time. Just carry on if he's seen it. Just help the ref by giving him the information he needs. It's so simple, and it would work then. Did you see the pull at the back post from, Manchester United 12 on... why do we have to return numbers? I don't even know fucking numbers. And if he says no, then say, well, maybe it's worth having a look because it's quite a big pull. If he says I saw it, then fine. He's refereed the game with that in mind. Carry on. Why can't we just use VAR like that as a second reference point to things he misses and just play the game as it is? It was 5.5 minutes in the United game on one incident. It was 4.5, 5 minutes in the Chelsea game. It's fucking stupid.
The penalty Chelsea eventually get, we looked at everything from who kicked the ball, when he kicked the ball, who moved it, did it flick a hand, was there a foul by somebody else? We watched.
When he said to him, if you're going to give the penalty, we're going to have to review other parts of the play. I was like, oh my days, are we all right here? So we've reviewed it, we're deciding whether it's a penalty, and if it is a penalty, then we're going to have to go back and review the prior play to see if there's anything else. We're just overcomplicating this now, aren't we?
Oh, and it went on just forever and ever and ever.
20-odd minutes just watching VAR this weekend, re-referee the same thing. And how many times have they watched the replay? I'd forgot what we were watching by the end. You watch something that often, it loses all context. I was like, is this game football? What am I doing here? Why am I sat watching this guy continuously hit the ball in his hand? You watch it once for me. Me and you text each other, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's not a penalty. It is a penalty. He's done. One decision. Watch it once. What did you think? Did you see anything you didn't see? No. Says I saw it. Right, carry on. Just play on. 30 seconds, we're back on with the game.
The Chelsea Fulham one, it hit his hand. I went, well, that's a penalty. And then we
Yeah.
watched it hit his hand 28 times, I think, from various angles. And I still hit his hand. It's
Crazy.
still just a
Absolutely
penalty.
crazy. I mean, there were two decisions in Old Trafford because we got the penalty that we got given that got taken off us, and then we got the penalty not given that then they gave us. So I think there was like 11. I mean, the first half we had 8 minutes of injury time on, and 6.5, 7 of it was for the VAR incident in the first half. And I'm like, it's just madness. I mean, we're getting into the realms of NFL here, aren't we? The games are going to be going on for that long that we're going to have like intermission breaks and go for ad breaks just to stop people being bored and turning off in between, aren't we? Have to go to a Bud Light advert every 35 seconds because people are just sick of watching a referee re-referee the game. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it did seem particularly bad yesterday on every game I watched, on every game I've seen highlights of. It was like, oh, please stop. And just stop.
I don't know. I can't remember what my opinion on this when we started that they announced it in the stadium. I think I thought it was probably a good idea, but can they turn this off? Because the referees are the thickest people in the world. He didn't have a clue what numbers he was saying. Oh my God. It's Fulham 7 has made a rather strong tackle on Chelsea 13. I'm like, oh, you're not doing no justice there, mate, have you? You sound... Yeah, turn that off.
Well, it was quite weird last week because wasn't your penalty at Fulham reviewed, and then he said Manchester number 7. I was like, well, there's more than one Manchester club, so who are you refereeing?
Why don't they use names?
Because they don't know.
Every player's got a name. Why can't we use them?
I mean, you know what would help the referees if the names were printed on the back of the shirts, and then they'd know who they were.
Might help, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he ain't got a clue. You can tell he was waiting for somebody in his headset to tell him what to say, wasn't he? It was like
they're also waiting to say the microphone is turned on to the stadium.
I mean, NFL just have a button on the belt. Why are we so far behind? Why is football like 20 years behind others? Why can't he have a button and he turns the mic? Like, why are we not able to have this?
Because probably football referees have pressed the wrong button and they'd be running around shouting things in the stadium they shouldn't be saying.
Oh my God! I don't know. I just wish we could go back to how we used to play football, where we're all allowed to tackle each other and referees referee the game, and we just abuse referees after game because they were crap. I didn't want it to change ever. I've never been in the room of VAR being anything I ever wanted, but I'm just so against it now. It's unbelievable. I mean, every time there's a goal, you kind of just think, well, I'm not going to celebrate because I don't know if it's a goal yet, do I? We've got to review the previous 2 minutes play and see if a pigeon had a shit on pitch. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely mental. When that Fulham lad, that's devastating, that, because that was a fucking good goal as well.
I was always in the camp of wanting VAR. I've left that camp quite quickly. I've packed up my tent and my camping stove and I've left the building because it's horrendous.
Setting fire to your tent. Freaking thing is... honestly, it's one of the worst things to come into sport I can think of. Every other sport seems to get like tennis when they got, what did they get, that technology on the line.
Hawkeye.
And it works. You know what I mean? They got it and it works. It's like goal line technology. It works. It's brilliant. Fantastic. It comes in. It does its thing. When it's a goal, it gives it. The rest of the time, you don't need to hear from it. VAR is just... they go and watch that screen and, it makes me so angry watching it.
The bit that really galls me about them watching the screen is when they go to the screen, you know they're going with whatever VAR says. So if he's given a penalty and he's sent to the screen, you know he's changing his mind. So why bother running to the screen?
VAR said, well, there's been a pulling box. I just said to him, are you going to make me give a penalty? Because if so, I'll just give it now. Save me 5 minutes. Save me watching a soap opera on that screen over there. And just getting a lot of abuse from fans. Are you telling me it's a penalty? Yep, right, it's a penalty then. Let's just crack on. I've got to get home tonight. My tea's going cold. Just get on with it, game. Because we all know. The commentator went well when he goes to, and the commentator went, once last season. I'm like, once the referee stayed away. So it's going to be a penalty. Let's just give it and crack on, shall we?
Yeah, it was the Fulham goal. As soon as he ran to the screen, I went, well, that's not a goal. He'd not even got there yet. He'd not even looked at anything, and I said straight away, it's not a goal because it's just.
He says go to the screen. You might as well just say. I'd like to say if I were ref, I'd just say, "What are you going to tell me to do? Whatever you're going to tell me to do, I'll do. You just tell me. Do I need to send him off? Whatever. Just crack on. I'm bored. It's stupid. Fucking sick of it.
Oh, speaking of bored, I am very bored of VAR, so we will move on. And we will move on to something that's going to happen tomorrow. And because it's a Sunday, we can't do it today. So the end of the transfer window is tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
The Alexander Isak saga has rolled on since early June, give or take. We are now a day away. Where does the saga end? Does it end with him?
Well, they're almost like sweating each other out, aren't they? It's like I said to you, the fact that Liverpool keep scoring goals and keep winning is probably bad for Newcastle because the more they score, the less they need him. So they're probably like sweating it out, thinking Newcastle will cave. Newcastle are kind of holding out for maximum amount of money, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, if I'm Liverpool, I just don't buy him. And not that I don't like him. He's a fantastic striker. I mean, he's a total cock, but he's a fantastic striker. But if you're Liverpool, just don't go spend 150 million on him. You don't need to. Go and buy other people that you need. You know, just don't buy him. And then I don't know what Newcastle do then. They're totally up shit creek, aren't they? Because they've got no money in for him and he's not going to play for them. I mean, they're both striking Newcastle, aren't they? So it does sound like it's going to happen now.
That's what I was thinking. Walt Mead is his name, I think. Something like that.
I've never heard of him. It just, again, these clubs just buying these strikers from Europe that no one's ever heard of. It sounds like a bad idea to me.
Like you say, him coming in surely opens the door, but apparently they've said they want a second before they'll consider it. So
Whistler's thrown the Teddy out recently in the last hour or two, hasn't he?
Yeah, he said that I want to move. You're not letting me. I'm going to go and sit with Isaac in a corner and cry.
I mean, this is madness. They just set a precedent here, aren't we, now that players could basically are now just down. I mean, it would be a fantastic transfer window if it closes and Whistler's still at Brentford and Isak's still at Newcastle. I will be laughing my knackers off. Absolutely brilliant. If they're both there and said, well, see what you're going to do. I mean, the Newcastle fans, it's quite funny because we'd said it on here and then the Newcastle fans on TalkSport saying, just make him rot in the reserves. And I thought, I so wish they had it. I just wish Mr. Billionaire, oil tycoon, whatever it's called, just came along and went, 150 million is nothing to me, mate. Sit yourself down. You're going to be here a while. Get a book.
It's going to be a long day.
Brilliant, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely brilliant if they did that. It changed the game because players would suddenly think, yeah, let's keep my mouth shut now because all these billionaires don't care. They don't care what I want. They don't care where I want to go. That's it.
And you know the funny part about all of it is, though, actually, he's never actually handed in a transfer request.
No, because they don't, do they? Because if they hand in a transfer request, they forego all the money that they get when they move because they don't get paid all the various things. So they're trying to be clever, aren't they? And that's why I'm saying you kind of just think if I was these aren't billionaires we're dealing with. These are billionaires. These are not people that've got like £1 billion. These are people who've got like 200 billion pounds. You know what I mean? 150 million to them is just like buying a coffee for most of us, isn't it? You just think, just go on. If you want to do something right for the game for once, do that. And that just show a few people.
So we have 24 hours to go. Make your prediction. Does he stay or does he go?
Whistler goes, Isak goes. They both go because player power is just too strong.
I'm going to go out on a limb. They both end up staying and the clubs do the right thing.
Honestly, I would love it. I'll donate onto the GoFundMe page for Newcastle if they do keep him. Because that'd be brilliant. Best thing that would happen in football if they're both still there. But they won't because players have got too much power.
But yeah, so we shall see. We shall see what tomorrow brings on that.
So there's going to be. I can still see it being a busy transfer window. I mean, United still looking at goalkeepers and probably midfielders. You know, Chelsea's seemingly still buying players. I mean, they're in for 2 more. I've read today. The Garnacho signed today or tomorrow, and there was another guy linked with them. Arsenal have bought another player. It just seems like there's just no end to it, doesn't there?
Have Chelsea not learned anything from taking bad players from Manchester United?
Yeah, they just keep taking them. I mean, the thing is, Garnacho's a very good footballer, but again, he's just got a horrendous attitude. As soon as things don't go his way, he will throw the teddy out, and that's the sort of player you don't want. Sancho's the same, Rashford's the same. They're almost 3 of the same type of player. Very, very good on the day. Don't get me wrong, I wish we could keep him and I wish he'd play. But as soon as he's not in the team or as soon as he's not doing what he wants to do, he just wants to down tools and throw the teddy out. Well, you can go then, pal. And go and be somebody else's problem because he'll be good for Chelsea until it's not going his way. And Chelsea, the problem with Chelsea, with that many players, it's one of them. And it's like, I mean, they play every week. They seem to play players that I've never heard of. I mean, on the bench yesterday, they got 2 subs again yesterday. I mean, I sent you a picture the week before of 3 subs, but it's like 5 of the subs I'd never heard of. There were 3 more totally different ones. I checked the photo. 3 more totally different ones yesterday, and I'd never heard of again. It's like
And
8
they've told
players.
Jackson he can't leave, or they've quashed a loan deal they were doing in Germany, but he's now refusing to come home.
Oh, is it? I thought it signed for buying yesterday. Has that gone forward through then?
Chelsea pulled out of the deal late on, but he's stayed in Germany because he's going to make it happen. So he's another one that's down tools, but he's just down tools in a foreign
It's
country.
just gone mad, this, and it's just gone crazy. Players have just decided they're on an aeroplane. I mean, what's he doing in Germany if they've not agreed a deal?
No, they had. Chelsea pulled out of it late. He'd gone to Germany ready to do it all, and Chelsea pulled out of it, apparently. But he's now just said, I'm going to stay in Germany.
I mean, Chelsea bought another striker, haven't they? They bought.
Chelsea bought everybody.
I mean, they bought another striker every day, and I'm like, it's like Delap got injured, and before they'd even carried him off at pitch, Chelsea had bought another striker to replace him. Like, how much money have these people got? It's mental, isn't it?
It's all right. They'll just sell another hotel to themselves, and they'll get around PSR that way. It's fine.
I have a light bulb blow, and I have to spend a week debating whether I'm going to go and buy another light bulb. They're just buying strikers at 50 million quid, like candy, aren't they? Mental. Yeah.
But yes, we've won. Tomorrow should be interesting.
I mean, it's going to be a busy transfer window tomorrow. Usually, the last day of the transfer window almost seems to peter out, but I think tomorrow could just be like chaos. I think there could be transfers everywhere. People just seem to. I mean, Brentford need players, don't they? They look rubbish. Everton don't need any players all of a sudden because I called them worst team in the league, and now they've won every game since and scoring goals left, right, and centre.
And Jack Grealish has got 4 assists in 2 games.
Jack Grealish is running riot, so they're welcome in that new stadium. There's so many clubs need players. So many clubs need players. Newcastle, I mean, they've got 1 striker in, haven't they? But they're going to get Wisser in as well. Brentford need people. I mean, yeah, I just think it's going to be so busy to see.
Yeah, the only team that's struggling as much as we said they would so far is Wolves, because we said Sunderland were down, but they've won both home games. Leeds drew with Newcastle. Brentford beat Spurs.
But Brentford have lost 2 as well, haven't they?
Everton won again. So, yeah, relegation predictions are going well so far. Not.
Well, again, we've struck, haven't we? We've nominated them for relegation. They're going to win Champions League.
Yeah. It's bad signs for Arsenal. That's what I'm going to say.
I know. And I said last week how good Spurs looked. Lost to Bournemouth yesterday and looked absolutely horrendous. Yeah. Yeah. We've helped them all out again. They are welcome.
As we do. We're very good at predicting things in the world.
We got today, then.
At least with the transfers, we've got to get that one right, because you've said yes, I've said no. We can't be wrong.
Oh, it's Liverpool Arsenal today, isn't it?
It is 4:30. That is our afternoon game.
I might even stay up for that.
There are some 2:00 games before then, and there's also a 7:00 game.
Yeah, I saw that. I texted you this the other day, and I was like,
yeah,
I couldn't figure out whether this was my Sky app doing its usual trick, but then I couldn't. And was that meant to be Monday night's game, as in Monday Night Football, or is that actually Sunday night game? Why is this happening?
So I believe there's 2 reasons. First reason being Sky have just bought more TV rights, and the second reason, I think it's because it's going into international week. We don't have a Monday night game, so they brought it forward to Sunday night game. I think would be my rationale for what they've done. I don't agree with it, because Crystal Palace fans have got to come all the way up to Birmingham.
They just played Saturday like normal.
Because then they wanted to put it on TV. So the Monday night game that would have been on TV always, they've brought it to be
forward to a Sunday night game.
Yes. And all the people from London have got to travel all the way up to Birmingham to watch a game.
It's almost like Sky didn't know the international break was going to happen when they planned this. I mean, you'd think they'd have the pulse on it, wouldn't you? They'd obviously plan the whole thing. I mean, they planned the first 6 months of the season well in advance. You'd have thought, they'd probably just realise there's an international break coming up. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me.
International break, yes. The England squad was announced, wasn't it?
Well, it was. I only saw the headlines. I'll let me have a look at it now because I saw the headlines and decided I weren't going to look because if he's going to pick some of them players, then I'm not interested. But for the principles of the podcast, I will just get the England squad up and see what we have got.
Jordan Henderson's in it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, so he's made one start, one sub appearance, and he's in. Didn't do particularly well in either of the appearances. Did a lot of shouting and pointing.
Can't run at all.
Yeah. And Marcus Rashford's in because...
Is he doing well in Spain?
Well, I mean, they've only played one league game, so it can't be doing that well. So, in one league game and a few friendlies, has he done enough to redeem himself? And he's in the England team? I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope he is good enough, and I hope he does come back, and I hope he does play for him, because I think he's a fantastic player when he's on song. But has he done enough in the 3 friendlies and 1 league game? I don't even know if he started the league game to put himself back in the England team.
I looked at that squad on paper, and we keep saying we're in a new golden generation. That's not a patch on the original golden generation, and I say golden generation ironically because they were terrible and didn't win anything. But there we go.
I have a question. Who the hell is Elliot Anderson?
He plays for Notts Forest, maybe? I may have got that totally wrong.
Never even heard of him. I mean, our midfield looks so light, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Elliot
so bad.
Anderson, Morgan Gibbs-White, who's not really a midfielder, he's an attacking. Jordan Henderson, Adam Wharton's a great player, Morgan Rogers and Declan Rice. I mean, we've literally got 2 people, haven't we?
Yeah, Elliot Anderson, right, plays for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I never even heard of him.
22 years old. He must have done something well somewhere that I've not seen.
So Alexander-Arnold's out and Rashford's... I don't know. I think the managers are moron, so I've got no interest in them.
Speaking of Alexander-Arnold, I saw, and again, probably only a rumour, and there may not be any truth to it, rumours that he's out of Madrid in January. They're already looking to move him on. Don't know how true that is. It was only a rumour that I came across. But he's out the starting 11 because... Is it Carvajal? No, they're right back. Can't think of his name. And yeah, he might be got rid of in January. So that's been a bit of a waste of 6 months of his life.
I mean, bloody hell! Imagine that. Kicked off, got his move to Real Madrid, and 6 months later he's playing for Wolves. They've come down, won't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. But
here's my dream move. I'm off to play for Real Madrid. Oh, now I'm playing at Molineux. Fantastic.
And then
I don't know. I haven't seen that myself, but I know it's not seemingly gone quite as well as he would have hoped. But I don't think he's as good a player as people make out. So I'm not particularly surprised by that, because if I look at Real Madrid, I don't know why they want Trent Alexander-Arnold, because
I don't think
he gives anything to that team. They've got a right back. Like I said, a right back should be a defender with the ability to play forward. He's a midfielder with no ability to defend, but not good enough in midfield. He's in between, and I think it's gone to his head now. He's this ball-playing, all-action player that actually doesn't have a position. He's like, he's the master of no position now. He's not a right back, not a midfielder. He wants to play. He just wants to be some sort of free-roaming footballer that can get on the ball and do things, but he isn't good enough in midfield to be he's not on Declan Rice's level in midfield by any stretch. Although he may well have a good pass on him, but he's kind of a liability, isn't he, once he plays, because he's not good enough wherever he plays.
He's a luxury, and a luxury that most clubs can't afford, because you can't afford to be just wasting a man that can cross a ball occasionally. It's not.
Yeah, because if you're going to have a luxury player, you want him at the top of the pitch, don't you? You want it to be Messi, who never, Messi didn't track back, but it didn't matter, because if you gave the ball to Messi, he just went and scored. It was irrelevant where he was on the pitch. You just passed it to him and he did the rest. Trent's not that player. He's a luxury with a good pass, but it's not enough, is it? If he was scoring 25 goals a season from midfield, you'd be like, well, fine. But he doesn't, does he? He puts some good crosses in every now and again. It's not really a commodity that you're thinking it's worth having a player that does nothing for 85 minutes. So, yeah, he's kind of not got enough to be a luxury player, really.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. I've never been on the Trent bandwagon hype train. I don't believe he's that good. I don't believe he's a good defender. I don't believe he's a good midfielder. And you can't have a man on a pitch just for occasionally crossing the ball. It's just
If you could learn to defend, if you could learn to be a right back that can defend and could mark his man, then he would have an asset, because crossing that ball from that right hand side would be a great asset. But he's such a poor defender that he's not a right back. You know, it's like goalkeepers. The first thing you do is save the ball. The rest of it comes later. There's a right back. The first thing you've got to be able to do is mark and tackle your man, not be caught in midfield all the time.
Yeah, definitely. So, moving on to this afternoon's big game, Arsenal-Liverpool. What should be one of the not title deciders? It's far too early for that, but it's the two title contenders, if you like.
It's the two best teams in the league, isn't it?
Yes. As a man that clearly wants neither team to win, how does this afternoon's game go?
Hurricane comes through, takes stadium out, you have to abandon it. Liverpool win this, mate. Liverpool are just better.
Ooh.
I've said this and that. I backed Arsenal for the title, but unfortunately, Liverpool are just better. I just think Liverpool is so good up front, they'll just win it. Is it at Liverpool?
Saka's injured, is that, I believe?
It's at Liverpool. It's at Anfield as well. So, yeah, Liverpool win it. I mean, I mean, a good game, and I don't think it'll be a walkover, 2-1, 3-2, something like that. But Liverpool.
There we go. So that'll be an Arsenal win then.
I mean, if the Arsenal turn up to play Liverpool that turn up to play Manchester United, Liverpool will give them a good hiding, because they bottled it against United. They were better against Leeds, although Leeds are only Leeds, aren't they? You can't compare Leeds and Liverpool. Yeah,
and Leeds capitulated completely.
Yeah, I think Liverpool. Like I say, I backed Arsenal for the title because they signed the striker, and I stood by what I said, that Liverpool is just a better team, I think.
Okay, then. I will go 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw.
Oh, the proverbial fence sitting.
Yep. Don't do it very often, but this time I'm going to do. I'm going to sit on the
West Ham bottom of the league, or they play Forest? I think West Ham are bottom.
I mean, you've thrown that at me out of nowhere, because who cares about West Ham United?
-7. Wolves 0 points, -6. Yeah.
Manchester United are in the top half of the table. Well done.
I mean, we're nearly winning league at this rate. I mean, we're only 3 points off top of league. Granted, we have only played 3 games.
But yes, I think that kind of nicely rounds up our football recap of this weekend. And we'll move on to the return of another sport. And the return of Formula One to the Dutch Grand Prix, which led to Lance Stroll being in ahead.
I was hoping this might pop up. If you're his engineer and you've worked till, was it 2 a.m?
Yes.
Fixing his car, and then he goes and crashes it again.
Yes.
I would have hit him with something very heavy when he came back into that. Grafted my arse off. I mean, these guys are working all day, can't we? They weren't sat down, for 12 hours while they ran around the track. They've worked all day, keeping the car going, making it ready for practice, getting it ready for the next session. They've worked all night to fix it, and then that fucking plum goes and crashes it again.
We just need to recap. They've had to work on it all night because he's binned it in a hedge on Friday.
In a straight line. I mean, he didn't even turn left, I don't think, when it was the left-hand corner. He just drove into the wall, from what I can see.
For us then to get into the start of qualifying, another first session of qualifying as well. And he was in a hedge again.
He's totally talentless, isn't he? And I know he borders on bullying the man when we go on, but he is just talentless. It's just so bad. I mean, he's the epitome of having a job because his dad's there. I mean, it's like, when you work for a company as a family-run business, and the son's there who works for him, and he's just useless at everything. But he's there because his dad owns a business, and he's got a Ferrari and a 5-bedroom house, but he can't even do anything. He's rubbish. That's just Lance Stroll, in it. Literally, yes. His dad's a billionaire, and he's useless at everything. Absolutely everything. He's just so talentless. It's unbelievable. How do you crash twice in one weekend like that? It's not like he's even pushing, like he's on the, it's not like he's Max or Oscar or at the pinnacle and they're pushing so hard. It's fucking rubbish. Ends up back at pack and then still crashes. I mean, it's a second and a half slower than everyone else and puts in a wall. It's like, so bad. And yeah, it's literally, like I said to you, I mean, if you're his dad, I'd just have to say, sorry, son, this is just getting embarrassing now. Save us all the embarrassment. And just go and sit on your boat. I'll pay you £2 million a year to just disappear.
I'll pay you £2 million a year to not crash my Formula One car. Get out of
space. We'll live in space for a bit.
But at the front of the grid, it was as close as we've come to expect between the two McLarens, 0.012 or something like that in the end.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it went the way of the Australian and not the way of the Brit, but it's
says the honorary Australian.
Yeah, well, I'll be Australian if he wins, and I'll be a British if he doesn't. So it's I'm going to go for the dual passport motto. Well, it's a typical weekend, wasn't it? Lando started well, but doesn't seem to improve through the weekend, and Oscar seems to come up and just pip him at the end. He's on a level, and Oscar just gets that little extra bit and pips him towards the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, every time.
It's a close race, and you can't blame Lando. I mean, Lando didn't do anything wrong. I don't think it was, a Lando bottle job. It was just Oscar was just a little bit faster than him.
I mean, you can't even snap your fingers in the gap between them. So it is just one of them things. It is what it is.
Did Max get third?
Max third, Russell fourth, and Hadjar fifth.
No, Hadjar fourth, Russell fifth. Hadjar fourth,
which is concerning for Isaac Hadjar that Red Bull are going to come and chase him again. Keep running, Isaac. Get away from that
Lawson's 8th and Tsunoda's 12th.
Yes. Isaac Hadjar is going to be presented with a Red Bull contract very soon, and he's going to need to leave the room. He's going to have to excuse himself and say, I'm sorry, I just have to be somewhere else. And run away.
Yeah, he just combusted on the table in front of him. And
keep running around the world. Never stop.
Never stonking for 4th position, isn't it? That's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. It's
again, didn't it?
I mean, he is the best rookie of the season by far so far. Between him and Bortoletto, the two best rookies so far.
Yeah,
I'm less and less.
Going to put Colapinto in that. He's rubbish.
He's rubbish. I'm getting less convinced by Behrman's one-lap pace. He seems to be 19th nearly every weekend because Stroll's in a hedge, so at least he's not last.
Yeah, why is Stroll 19th and Behrman 20th when Stroll actually didn't compete?
I wonder if Behrman's taking an engine penalty. I don't know, because he was 19th in the session. And I'm going to make a not particularly bold statement, but a statement I believe in. Antonelli is not the saviour of Formula One that Mercedes believe he is. No,
he's struggling, really struggling. Although he is very young.
I guess it's his first season. He's in a big team. He's got all the scrutiny of the world on him. But Max Verstappen did this at 17 and won a race. And bearing in mind, it's Mercedes that have put out these statements that he's the next Max Verstappen. We can't afford to lose him. We've lost Max previously. I'm not seeing it at all. I'm not seeing how he's the next Michael Lewis.
I mean, he's nowhere near Russell on race pace, qualifying pace. Yeah, it's just nowhere near him, is he? I mean, he looks like a small child, doesn't he? I mean, he looks like he's about 20 years old. It's literally way too much for him. I mean, how that car doesn't break his neck. I mean, he's the smallest little guy in the world. Like, it should be a jockey, not a Formula One driver, isn't he? Should be racing red rum or something, not Formula One. It just doesn't look like a Formula One driver to me. He just looks like a small child that's lost and needs to find his parents.
He's got lost in a shopping centre.
You can go first. What's the score going to be?
Oscar wins Lando. Oscar wins Lando second, Max third. I don't see it changing. It's a circuit you can't overtake.
I mean, how big's your fence this week? We just literally sat on the fence again.
You can't overtake in Holland. It's a pointless racetrack. It's not wide enough.
We've got a podcast to entertain people. It's not very entertaining to say that, is it? Got to go.
Yes,
should have gone for Hadjar to win. Do something a bit out there.
It's entertaining when I'm wrong. When I've gone for the obvious answer and I'm always wrong, that's the entertaining part.
Lando's going to win. I'm backing my boy.
I mean, there's a chance he's going to rain.
What did I say to you yesterday? An easy Man United win and a Lando pole. What happened? Lando
you got half right this
time. And Man United scored a 99th minute winner. And it was not really. It was up there with my predictions, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a chance of rain though in Holland this afternoon, so that could throw up all sorts of chaos.
It did dawn on me a little bit that the Dutch Grand Prix is coastal, isn't it? There's a beach next door. It looks like the one place in the world I'm least likely to want to go. It looks so uninviting as a coastal place. It looks like Blackpool, but worse. I don't know why. Whenever I look at it, it just looks
always cold, windy, rains quite a lot.
I'm quite a big fan of like coastal, beautiful places. I think of Miami, and I think of where we live now in Perth. And I look at that, I think that's the last place I ever want to go. It looks freaking horrible. I don't know why. I look at it and think, oh, this is not for me. I don't want to go to Dutch Grand Prix anytime soon.
Good job, because it's a long way from where you are, and there's only one more left of it. So,
well, one. I don't know if you've got anything else you wanted to cover, but you've had a little bit of news on the NFL coming back. You can actually watch it now.
Yes. Finally, it's taken them 6 months to announce it, so we've announced it 6 days before the start of the season. But NFL
your team
coverage.
the season up, don't they?
Yes.
Eagles against Cowboys Thursday night, Friday morning. I mean, it's Friday morning for me. It's Thursday night for you.
Midnight.
Don't know where Dallas is in America, but it's definitely going to be earlier. Is it Wednesday?
It's Midwest, Texas.
So is it going to be like Thursday tea time for them? Midnight for you?
Yes.
Morning for me?
Yes. So I will see the highlights Friday because I'm not staying up while 5 a.m. when I have to be at work. But yes, it is finally back.
It's not one of the sports you can watch in 10 minutes, is it?
So we didn't have a broadcaster announced for the UK coverage 2 days ago. We now have two because Channel 5 are doing it as well, apparently. And they've got
Channel 5? Channel 5? Who can even get Channel 5 anymore?
Dermot O'Leary is the presenter. He did X Factor. What does he know? And a lady called Sam Quek, and if I remember rightly, she was an Olympian of some sort. Pretty sure it wasn't an Olympian in the NFL.
She went to the Jungle program as well.
I'm not quite sure.
It always makes me wonder, like, why did Channel 5 suddenly think, well, let's have a bit of NFL. We'll mix it in with Home and Away and whatever else we put on. It's just a random program for Channel 5 to have, isn't it? Not cover any sport at all.
Well, they do now. They've been bought out by an American company. So they're trying to get back in. Because bear in mind, when we were young, on Channel 5, we used to watch baseball, NHL, ML, some NBA. They used to have them all when we were young. They've now been bought out by an American company, and they're trying to get back into the sports. So they've got this NFL package. They had some of the Club World Cup.
So they're doing like one game a week or something.
I think they're going to get 2 games a week. So they are trying to get back into it.
Is your package in with your Sky then, as a Sky customer? You don't have to pay extra, do you?
No, I don't have to pay extra. It's part of the Sky NFL channel is back. So we'll get. I know
you've got quite a lot of games, haven't you?
We'll get 2 games. There's the 2 early games, and then I think we've now got a selection of 9 o'clock games we can watch: Monday night football, Thursday night football.
I think I get like 3 games a weekend for free here, and then if I want DAZN, I've got to pay, and I can watch every game. The only advantage with DAZN is because it's the only thing I don't like about NFL is it's the longest game in the world. So the good thing with DAZN is I can watch when I watch the replays, I can watch ad-free replays, so it just skips all the bits in between where they're just talking and going to adverts for Bud Light or cheese or McDonald's or something. We just skip all that and we just play, and it lasts about an hour and a half, like a game of football, rather than 4 hours, like a long drive somewhere. It's just so that's the only advantage to it for me. But yeah, it's back. We've got a full calendar. We've got a game next week. Have we got a race next weekend?
Oh, you've thrown me on the hop. Yes, we must do, because surely we move on to Monza?
Probably Las Vegas or Abu Dhabi or...
No, we move on to Monza Sunday, the 7th of September. So, yes. So, next weekend...
So we've got a race, NFL... Oh, there's no football.
I was waiting for that to dawn on you. There is. England play
Damn it.
Andorra at 5:00 on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. Definitely not watching that. I'm not even watching the rerun. I'm not. I'm just refusing to watch it. England Andorra is not a game of football. It's a charity match, and there's nobody benefiting from it. Is it a qualifier? Is it friendly?
No, it's a qualifier, and we'll make very hard work of it. And then I think we go away to Serbia on the Tuesday, something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, so just as NFL returns and F1 returns.
Well, at least I watch NFL and I won't watch any football because I'm not watching England qualify. It's just rubbish. I'll just see the result and moan about it for a bit. So you guys, this is where I was going with this. You guys open against the Cowboys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you will do because you won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
If you manage to pick a team that win things.
Pick a good team at something for 1 year.
Yes. When do my team start? In the good weather.
After the coach has decided how many days closer to death he now is.
I pick my team based on weather conditions, not how good they are. The Dolphins start Sunday morning at 1 a.m. I don't know if that's Monday morning or Sunday morning. I'm guessing it's Monday morning for me.
I mean, let's just rewind it. I'm not sure if we actually discussed this on air, but your coach 3 weeks ago said he was having a great morning because he was 1 day closer to death. Hopes are high for the Miami season.
It's quite uncanny how my teams are all rubbish and my managers are all suicidal. Isn't it? Amarin's pretty much done it. I mean, he'd be hanging from rafters if we don't win next game. Miami Dolphins coach, he's same. My local football team, our manager's quit. He's left with 1 game of the season to go. He just decided to leave. So, yeah, all our managers are total. I mean, Perth Glory finished bottom of the league.
Every year.
Team I can watch. So all my managers are suicidal and all teams are watching crap. I can't remember last time I watched a team that I support actually go out and do the job properly and win. It's mental.
So maybe you're the issue.
I mean, I'm not sure they know I support them, so I'm not really sure that Amarin knows I exist, or that I'm pretty certain the Miami Dolphins coach doesn't know I exist. But there's quite an unerring link between them all. It's quite scary, really. Yeah, I don't expect the Dolphins to do anything this season. There will be not make the playoffs, I don't even think. But let's just.
Do you even have a functioning quarterback?
Yeah, well, he's got a few head issues, but he's there. I mean, he'll turn up and he'll throw the ball. I mean, he's a very good quarterback if he can stay fit, and we have some good players, but I don't expect big things.
I think if he gets another injury that's anything head related, he has to retire. He can't.
If you're Miami, that's another season written off. I mean, they wrote off last season because the quarterback was injured for a lot of it. If he gets injured again, it's another season gone. Yeah, it's
coach will have quit or
I think
done something worse.
It'll be the Chiefs, the Eagles, or the Bills. They're your 3 to watch.
I've had my 1 good season of fun with NFL. It'll now come back to me being depressed with like I am with every other sports team.
The Eagles are very good and they've kept all the good players and signed a couple more. The Bills, the Chiefs are always going to be there, and the Eagles. They're the 3 to watch.
And some of the teams in the league tried to ban the Eagles' signature move, but it got thrown out. So the tush push, as it is affectionately known in the league, they tried to get it banned because he said it wasn't fair.
Yeah, well, it's never fair when you're losing to it, is it?
It's like saying Arsenal keep scoring goals, it's not fair, ban them. Don't like
ban corners because Arsenal keep scoring from everyone. That's just what you do.
It's just literally sour grapes. Because they said there's no skill involved in it. Like, well, if there's no skill involved in it, everybody would do it. Because it'd be really easy.
Yeah. Well, I watched Barkley play the other day, and he's just a freak of nature, isn't he? He's just so. Whatever you've got him, you'll.
The speed and the athleticism. I mean, that backwards jump that he did last season. That image is now the cover photo of the new NFL computer game. By the way, him jumping backwards over a defender.
It is. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it is. So yeah, that's good. It's back Thursday night NFL. Friday we'll have Formula 1 as well. So yeah.
Yes, I can't wait. And then isn't it the first or the second week they go and do they play a game in South America or Brazil? Brazil is South America.
It's your first game.
Is that the South America game?
You guys play in Brazil for the first game. Yeah, it kicks off in Brazil.
So this is a
Well, I was
prerequisites in the
hoping
future of the Premier
the
League.
London games were going to be on when I was back, but I think they're October and November. So, because I was hoping to go to Wembley and watch, so I won't be
Yes,
back in time.
they are October, November.
October,
Definitely.
November. I think 'cause there's one. I think there's Germany, and then London
Ireland.
again. But I think you've got 3 or 4 games in London this season.
We've got
I think it's
4
2 and
games, I'm
2.
sure it is. But unfortunately, the teams they send are always terrible. It's usually the Jaguars and the Jets. And ain't nobody want to see that.
No. I'd just like to go to see a live game, but it comes here in 2026. But I think it comes to the MCG, which would be quite nice for me because it'd be 2 things ticked off: seeing the NFL and going to the MCG. That's right, in Melbourne Cricket and MCG. Yeah, I'd like to go there, but I don't like cricket, so I prefer not to watch cricket because I can't watch a sport where you can play for 5 days and draw. So I need to watch something else. So to watch the NFL, there would be quite 2 ticked off the bucket list.
So according to this, there are 3 games, I believe, this year. We've got the Vikings, the Cleveland Browns, Denver Broncos, New York Jets, and the Rams, the Jaguars. That sounds a terrible game.
Yeah.
The Rams and the
They
Jaguars.
sound rubbish, actually, don't they? Yeah, they don't sound inviting, do they? But I'd have gone if I'd have been there. I'm not, so I can't.
So there we go. But I think for another week, we have wrapped everything up as nicely as we can. We are 2 hours away from lights out in Holland, where apparently Lando Norris is going to win, even though you can't overtake on this track. It might rain.
Like the holiday destination on the world, and we're going there.
Lance Stroll will end up in a hedge. That is the only
if he
thing.
crashes again today, if I were one of his engineers, I'd just get on a plane and go home and leave him. Pack it up yourself, mate. I'm sick of it.
But once again, we've done our very best of covering sports in our usually stupid way. Thank you all for watching, listening, and we will be back with you again next week. So we will speak to you all again very, very soon.